We have very clear let y'all know this is the very first day when we heard the whole story about the roommates and some other details. Yeah, I know. Since day one, that was one of our biggest red flags for us to be here today. In this case, when authorities were sharing the information, what they were sharing, it was not consistent to the rest of the story. When you see inconsistencies in the whole story, and the first red flag, the major red flag that I consider the biggest red flag in this whole case was the roommates, was the 7.5 hours, were the other students coming inside of a crime scene. It's a lot of stories that didn't make sense. And little by little, we've been putting this puzzle together for you. So yes, I totally agree with Miss Holly Martin because when that story about the roommates came out, major red flag, major. So I totally agree with Miss Holly Martin, major red flag.
And he just really reinforced that again for me. And a lot of people do in true crime. They reinforce what I've always thought. He mentioned Unfiltered Lucky. Unfiltered Lucky and I both have agreed on a couple of things. One being, one of the hangups I had with them blaming this on just one person was the whole idea that we're supposed to believe that somebody did this on their first time out the gate. And he goes, because I still believe this, that he was up, that they started upstairs first. So they're wanting us to believe that one person did this, and that person being Bryan Kohberger, who's never done anything like this before in his life. And he went upstairs and had it out with two individuals that fought like hell, and we're to believe.
Sorry for the interruption. Big shout out to Lucky. Big shout out to Lucky. I agree. I agree. It is very very tough to comprehend the nonsense of here we have a total stranger from a Greek community, Greek life community that is very protected, very guarded, very exclusive. This is not the typical regular block around the block. This is not a regular block around the town. This is a very well protected area, which these youngins, even though if they don't protect each other from each other, but they do protect themselves from outsiders. This is why I've been telling you from day one that in the only way this massacre occurred, it was done within. It was done within. It's nowhere else to look for. It's within. The same people that got clear without any type of investigation. I repeat, the inner circle, the vandals, staff, university, fraternity, sororities, Greek council, family members, 90 plus white Helantras allowed to park just in the University of Idaho. That's without saying the white Helantras within Moscow, Idaho. But you got so fast to Washington without investigating the first 48, because you already knew the first 48. And you omit all the information that you gathered and you know. Wipe it all off. Turn blind eye. And focus on those in power blinding you out, blitzing you out the case. So now, whatever you do as Moscow PD is whatever they tell you to do. This crime could not occur, could not happen it could not happen from no outsider. This massacre of very exclusive group happened within. And now, when we say within, inner circle, friends, family, lovers, haters, fraternity, sororities, Greek council, anyone surrounding them. You needed to investigate the victims first. Unfortunately, this very exclusive group needed to get fully exposed to get to the bottom of who killed these youngins. And that's the same thing that they don't want to do. Investigate the victims, everything out, which I did. Everything out, family members, I already did. Everything out for the whole University of Idaho fraternity, sororities, and members, I already did. It's nothing that I don't know about these people surrounding these victims and about the victims themselves. That's why I'm very careful on the information that I provide here, because there's a lot of things that I can't be for me to share. Because yes, indeed, it's a lot of information that I share with Moscow PD. I give him the killers and I give him exactly why, who they were, timing. I give Moscow PD everything. Moscow PD said that they went and investigate every single tip that it was with a first and last name attached to, and they lied to everyone. I'm a witness of that. Because I was a tipster that told Moscow PD exactly who did it, how it happened, and when. Everything, timeline and everything. Run the replay. Ann Taylor, run the replay. If they dare to give Ann Taylor my recording with them on Discovery, and Ann Taylor see that what I told them is spot on, and they didn't investigate not one bit because they already knew. They just freaked out when I told them exactly what happened. A total stranger that don't have not a fucking thing to do with it told him exactly what was going on. They freaked out, changed the tone and everything. As soon as I hear this change of tone, I was like, okay, job well done. Just so you know, the University of Idaho don't want no blood on their hands.